And we are going to start off with Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny, go ahead.
Hey, Brevin, good to see you again, man.
What's going on?
Curious, man. I know you guys work so hard to try to hit those PRs, on Combine Day. How do you feel you did, with your times and your performance?
I'm kind of disappointed, honestly. I ran a 4.640. I was, the main goal for me was running 4.5. The shuttle, there's no way I ran a 4.6. I don't know who got that down. As for the shuttle, there's no way I ran a 4.6. I could run a 4.3 without trying. So there's whoever, I need to get the official time for the shuttle. And for the vert, I jumped to 34, and I'm kind of disappointed in that too, because in my mock combine, I jumped like a 38. So I'm just I'm honestly disappointed, in my performance. But you play the next play. Manny Diaz taught me to play the next play, and so we're gonna play the next play. We're gonna get back to training, and it's finally time to focus on some real football.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to Michael Kinder from Overtime. Michael, go ahead.
Hey, Brevin. Michael Kinder from Overtime Fantasy. How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You've been working for this for so long and are so close to achieving a goal that every football player ever dreams of. Have you had time to actually let that sink in with all the work that you've been doing? And can you describe the feelings as the draft approaches closer?
No, I haven't really thought about it. I've been so focused on, training. I meet with 5 teams every day. I'm having interviews every day. So I haven't really been able to sync with my emotions and think about what's going on with my life right now. But I'm just happy to be in this situation. It feels so good to be back in Miami. Vegas was cold, so it was like 40. It was like 40 back in Vegas, so it feels so good to be back in Miami. I miss this place so much, but I haven't really thought about it. It hasn't really hit me. I'm going to the NFL, and that's been a dream of mine, man, since I can remember, honestly. So I think it'll hit me, when I get drafted, when I get my name called, whether on that's, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, whenever it is, but it hasn't really hit me yet.
All righty. Thank you for your time.
Next up, we will go to Joshua Allen from Bucks Report. Joshua, go ahead.
Hey, Brevin, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I just want to ask you, who have you kind of leaned on for advice? Any former players, current players for tips on, the pro day and the whole pre-draft process? And then a follow-up to that is, have you spoken with the Buccaneers during the pre-draft process at all?
Yeah, I talked to the Buccaneers a little bit, not crazy, but a little bit. And I've talked to a lot of dudes. I've talked to all my teammates. I've talked to Chris Herndon. Chris Herndon, gave me some good advice. He really was just telling me to stay patient throughout this process because it's tiring. It's going to get tiring. It's a lot of work. He's like, so just stay patient with the process. And the process is still not over with. The process is, as long as I play the game of football, I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep having 2 days. I'm going to keep, taking care of my body. So this is all just the beginning, man. I'm just looking forward, to elevating my game to another step, because at Miami, I didn't get to elevate my game, I feel like, to my full potential.
Next up, we'll go to Andrew Freeman. Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Brevin, Andrew Freeman from the Bear Report. I cover the Chicago Bears, and so first question was wondering whether you've met with them or had any contact with them. And then my next question was that, just observing your play, you lined up all over the place at Miami, whether it be in line, in the backfield, or as a big slot. Is that something that when you're talking with teams, is that something that's kind of emphasized with your versatility as a receiver?
Yeah, I talked to the Bears. I had a meeting with the whole offensive staff, so that was good. And I always ask the question, how would you guys use me in your guys' offense? And every team explains it to me the same way. They say, you add value when you can block. So if you want to be on the field at all times, you add value. But they say, a lot of teams really say that I'm an F guy. I'm a guy that's going to be all over the field, moving around. And so I'm good with anything, man. Y'all really don't have no clue. Just to make an NFL roster sounds like unreal to me. So just to be in the situation is still like, I'm blessed, very blessed.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to Dave Hyde from the Sun Sentinel. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Brevin. I'm just curious, what do you think is your best trait? Mental, physical, anything that you pull out of your toolbox?
I'm a playmaker. Michael Irvin, that's the original playmaker at the U. I think I'm playmaker junior because I'm just a tight end. I'm a tight end and I can line all over the field, man. You can put me in the backfield, you put me in the slot, on the outside. I'm a big dude. I'm a stockier guy. I'm 6'3", 247, 248, whatever you want to say. I'm really like 250, I think, in my mind. But I'm a playmaker. You see me. I line all over the field, and I've been a consistent playmaker throughout my 3 years at Miami. I've done it consistently year in and year out. So wherever you want to line me up at, I'll make plays for you. Any offensive coordinator that has a chance to meet me in the NFL, they're gonna love me. Every offensive coordinator I had here at my time in Miami, they love me because you can line me up anywhere on the field and I'll make plays. You can line. It's my sophomore year. He lined me up at fullback, and I'm running flat routes from fullback. I'm lead blocking at fullback, so you can literally line me up anywhere you want, and I'll make a play for you. Your offense coordinator is going to love me.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to Matt Baker from the Tampa Bay Times. Matt, go ahead.
Following up on that, Brevin, how do you think that kind of translates to the NFL, where a lot of tight ends nowadays are able to move around on the field?
Oh, that's the greatest thing. That's what makes, tight ends spectacular. When you have the guys, like the Antonio Gates, you have the Aaron Hernandezes, you have the Dallas Clarks, you have those type of guys that can line up all over the field. You don't know how the NFL is a mismatch game today. It's all about creating mismatches and getting a linebacker on the tight end, or getting a strong safety on the tight end. You want those type of mismatches. And when you can stay on the field at all times and just line up all over the field, it's a mismatch. You want a mismatch. You want to be able to have a linebacker guarding the tight end, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if a linebackers guarding me in the NFL, I'm gonna win 9 out of 10 times. And the 10 times, the one time I might not win, I might fall. I might catch a cramp in my calf muscle or something like that. But you line up against a linebacker, you get a mismatch like that, it's a win. And any offensive coordinator wants that scenario. So that's the beautiful thing about having a move tight end like me, is you can move them all over the place and you'll make plays.
Got time for a few more. We'll go to Kalen Jones from Ringer. Kalen, go ahead.
Matt actually asked the question I was looking for, so good luck to you, Brevin. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll go to Megan Price next. Megan, go ahead. Don't hear from Megan. Chris.
Oh,
Stock.
sorry, I'm here.
Okay,
Sorry about that. Hey, Brevin, Megan Price with Sideline Sports. I know you said you'd be happy to be on any roster, but is there any particular type of offense or specific QB that you would like to work with? And have you talked to Dallas?
I talked to Dallas a lot. Dallas loves me a lot. The tight end coach was Coach Wells was on the field. He was having me run certain routes, so he likes me a lot. And if I had to pick, to be honest with you, I want to go back home to Las Vegas. I want to play for the Raiders. That would be a beautiful thing, So Derek Carr, sign me up, it's just to be back home in Las Vegas. Or, I'll gladly play with TB12, the greatest quarterback to ever play the greatest player to ever play the game, so I'll be glad, to go to Tampa Bay too. And
right.
I mean, but really just any team, any organization that's willing to take a chance on me, man, I'm more than willing to, step up to the plate.
Well, awesome. I love to hear that. Hope we see you in Dallas.
Hey now.
Thank you.
Brevin, we'll go to Susan Miller-Degnan from the Herald. Susan, go ahead.
Susan.
Hey, Brevin, what's happening? How are you?
What up, girl? How you doing?
I'm good. So I saw that Nkosi was throwing you passes today. What was that like? And was it a little tougher, not having De'Aaron healthy enough to do it? You know what I mean? Since you were with.
Nah. Kosi. I mean, me and Kosi's made a couple plays since my freshman year. I was 17 when Kosi was throwing to me, so I've had Kosi for quite some time. It's no problem throwing with Kosi. That boy throws a beautiful ball. He throws a tight spiral. So I mean, I knew what we were doing. Way back when I first started. When I first declared for the draft, I knew Kosi was going to be the guy that I was going to throw for my pro day. So I mean, we already had this settled. And De'Aaron. I already knew I wasn't going to have De'Aaron because, he's healing up. That dude looks strong. He looks stocky right now. You should see the kid. He looks stocky, he looks healthy. So he's getting right. His ACL is going to be beautiful. I think by Bama game 1, he's going to be running for 2, for 1. He's going to be out here sliding. So I think De'Aaron's doing good, though. We're fine. We're not really tripping about it.
Excellent. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
And we'll wrap up with Chris Stock from Inside the U. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, Brevin, you touched on it a little bit, but can you summarize your Miami career? And then also, was it a difficult decision considering how many guys did come back? And then lastly, if you could just touch on Will Mallory, what you think he can do.
Yeah, so anybody that, doubts my Miami career, doubts my love for the U, I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this university. I brought Bubba Boyd in here. I brought Jalen Phillips. Tay Martell was supposed to plan out to be a great player, but things just didn't work out for him. So, I mean, I've busted my tail, on the recruiting trail for the University of Miami. I love this school. I love the university. anybody, you know, that tries to doubt me, you know, tries to say anything because my injury history, you know, football is a football game. You're 100% guaranteed to suffer some type of injuries. It's just the magnitude. I'm suffering list rank injuries where I had to get surgery. I'm missing 6 months, 7 months where I'm really supposed to be out a year. You know, I'm getting AC joints. You could probably see it. My shoulders popped up still. I'm suffering some serious injuries. And anybody that tries to doubt my career at the University of Miami, I look at you like you don't know what you're talking about, because I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this university. My 3 years here, I was consistently a playmaker. Since the day I stepped on campus, since the first game against LSU, I was a playmaker. I've been a playmaker. My 3 years, my sophomore year, I was a playmaker. My junior year, I was a playmaker. Freshman year, I was a playmaker. So anybody that doubts it, you know, I think you're simply foolish. You know, football is a tough game. It's a tough game. You're going to suffer injuries. So if you call me soft, excuse my language, but you're stupid, because I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this university. I've had 3 different offensive coordinators, 4 different quarterbacks. There's just nothing to compare it. But my love for this university is infinite. I'm going to go to the grave probably with the University of Miami jersey on. When I go into the league, you're going to see me in pregame. I'm going to have probably a University of Miami jersey on. Probably going to be rocking a De'Aaron King or a Bubba Bolden jersey walking out to the tunnel. Like, you can't. Anybody that doubts my love for this university, I'm sorry, but you're absolutely stupid. Will Mallory, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be tight end 1 next year off the board. I guarantee you. His love, his passion for the team, his love and passion for himself, his body, and his grind. It's unmatched. You know, he suffered another injury too. So, I mean, he suffered an injury and he's going to be right back. You know, he suffered a shoulder injury. He's going to be right back. The dude is just a monster. He cares a lot for the game. And I'm excited for Will, you know, because people don't understand how much he cares and how much he grinds. He puts his tail into he puts his whole tail into this university. I'm excited for him. I think he's gonna have 1,000-yard season. He's gonna be I think I'm putting him at the standard where I think he's gonna be the best tight end to come through the university, because he won state championships in Jacksonville or in the state of Florida for track. The dude is a freakish athlete. So I think y'all just gotta sit back and wait. But anybody that doubts my love for this university, I'm sorry, you're stupid. And that goes for all trolls on Twitter, Instagram, everything.
All right, Brevin, thank you so much again for taking the time to talk to us after Pro Day, and best of luck on draft day.
My man. Thank you. I'll see you guys later.